Hi everybody, this is Corey with Casual EDC, and today we're going to be RIT dyeing these Para 3 scales here. So the materials you're going to need if you want to RIT dye your own scales is RIT dye, scales, some type of wire to hang, and you're going to want a pot with some water in it. You're going to have access to a stove or another heat source where you can keep water at a simmer and get it up to a boil. So here I have about 3 or 4 cups of water in the pan there, or in the pot. I'm going to bring that up to a boil, and I'm going to bring you guys back then. And we're going to add about a third or a quarter of the bottle of RIT dye. So I'll see you guys in just a second. So the water has come up to a boil, and now we're going to add about a quarter of this bottle of dye. That's probably good right there, and we're going to reduce the heat. So this is just barely at a simmer, so I'm going to put it at a medium heat, and I'm just going to give this a stir. It's important to give it a little stir, just that way you have the dye all spread out. You're also going to want paper towels nearby because it is going to stain pretty much anything that it comes in contact with. And I'm going to keep an eye on this here. And I'm going to lower the heat so it doesn't boil, because it will boil really high and almost boil over. So I'm going to lift this off the heat just to make sure it doesn't boil over here. Drop it back down. This is pretty low right now, and you can see it's bubbling away. As long as it's at that simmering point, it's going to be good to go. So I have the scales here on the wire, and I'm going to dip them in and just kind of keep them shaking around. You don't want them to scorch, you don't really want them to sit on the bottom. You just want them to be submerged with the dye. And this can take anywhere from, depending on the material, a few seconds to a couple minutes. If you have a deeper pot, you can kind of let these sit. I don't want to fill that much up with dye, so I'm just going to keep these guys moving in the shallow dye. Every once in a while, you're going to pull them out and check the color. G10, I seem to have noticed it takes a little bit longer to dye than FRN or other more plastic types of handle scales. I've never dyed anything other than FRN or Grivery and G10, so those are the only materials I can speak to. I'm sure micarta would take on color pretty quick, just because due to the nature of it being made out of some type of a canvas or cloth material. It's pretty porous, and I believe the Grivery is as well. The G10 is a little more closely packed since it's woven fiberglass, so it makes it a little bit harder to get the color. It takes a little bit more time. But I'm going to let these sit, and I'm going to bring you guys back when we're a little bit closer. Alright guys, so here are the results. This is after about 2 minutes or so in the dye, getting moved around constantly, and after being rinsed and dried off. I think the color came out pretty nice. If you wanted to get a custom set of scales like this, I will link Nicholas's Instagram in the description. Awesome guy who's making these out of France. These actually got here fairly quickly during all of this pandemic nonsense. Thankfully, things are starting to move forward a little bit, and they're looking good. But we got a nice teal baby blue color. They're much more teal in person. I'm in natural light, so I'm trying to give you guys the best view here. But they're not quite as baby blue. They're a little more on the teal side, and I think they came out pretty good. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see any more tutorials and things like this, let me know. And yeah, we're always happy to bring you guys what you want. So we appreciate any suggestions or video ideas that you guys leave in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate all the support. Stick around for some more giveaways coming up. And yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.